G'day legends, and thanks for tuning in. Well, we've got a special guest here for you today. Cody's Patrol's making an appearance. Apparently we got to do a bit of a check over on it and try and fix a fuel leak. It's a bit smelly, making a bit of a mess. The man can't be here today. He said he had to take his pet mud crab to the dentist. He said he may make an appearance later on, depending on whether it needs a filling or a root canal or not. So anyway, we're going to get this thing inside, rip into it, and see if we can't get some things happening, eh? So grab your cuppa, your coldie, kick back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alrighty, so for those of you who don't know, which I'm assuming 99.9% of you do know, this is Sick Puppy Cody's Shorty, the GQ, got the FG Barra engine in it, Patrol gearbox, diffs, all that good stuff. But yeah, recently completed on the road, all good to go. But yeah, he's just saying to me today that yeah, it looks like it's discovered a bit of a fuel leak, so that's our #1 priority. And after that, yeah, we'll give it a bit of a once over, see if we can sort out some of the noises and the hoo-ha and all the rest of it going on with it. Yeah, just give it a bit of a once over. So might do that, might key the ignition on, get some fuel cycles happening, and yeah, see if we can't locate and repair the fuel leak, eh? Rightio, so I've had a bit of a squiz around this thing, and well, I reckon I found his culprit. It wasn't leaking for me like it was for him, but had a bit of a look at the return line, and yeah, that's just turning on the hard line. So he's got one clamp on it, but I don't think that's a high pressure clamp either, so that's probably half the reason why it's loose, because that clamp may be tight, but it's not doing up tight enough. But your boy happens to have some EFI clamps here, Exhibit A, EFI. So what I'll do is I'll take that, take the clamp off that he's got on there, and I'll probably slip 2 of those EFI clamps on there, fire him up, and see if we've resolved that issue. And if we have, like I said, we'll give it a bit of a once over and see what we're looking at. Alrighty, I'll get the ratchet out and let's see how tight he had it. Oh nope, you're sprung, Cody. That wasn't even tight. Ah dear. Unless the hose might have actually shrunk a bit over time with a bit of heat as well. So not gonna blame it. Not gonna blame him the whole way for that. But yeah, the clamp was definitely not tight. So, and pretty sure that's not the right size hose either. Okay. All right. Let's see how we go with this. Oh, that's definitely not the right size, but oh dear, I might have a look around and see if I can come up with some different hose, adapt to it anyway. All right, we'll be back. All right, legends, I think I've come up with a bit of a fix here. So that's adapting from the smaller size up to the bigger size, fits both of them spot on, got the clamps. This fitting's all tight, so we'll go ahead, slide it down there and see if we can get this fuel issue sorted, eh? Excuse the mowing sounds in the background. The neighbours ripping into it, mate, on the weekend, so just yeah, don't mind the mowing noises, eh? Man's got to do what he's got to do. So, been using ratchets long, mate. All right, here we go. I'll get this one cinched down. I'll go all out. I'll even tighten it up for it. How's that? And tightening and tightening. Okay, tight. Now we'll get our EFR hose clamps. Not sure if it needs 2 or not. No, it probably doesn't, but actually there's not enough room on that stem there for 2 as well. It's a push lock fitting, so 1 should definitely be fine. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it'll be fine. And I wonder if I reroute that, or that'll be fine. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right. See if I can get this nose clamp on it. Ah, without getting stabbed. Clearly not. Alright, let's open her up. Let's get that bed into there. Alright. Now, for those of you who might be worried that about the push lock fitting, and that's hose that's obviously supposed to work like speed flow fittings or whatever, but it's just a return line. It's not high pressure, so don't freak out. Don't go smashing the keyboard ready to bash me. It's just, yeah, it's just return, low pressure, basically next to no pressure. So it's just the reason why I was leaking before was mismatched hose sizes and the clamps weren't exactly tight. So this is going to be 1000% fix on what we had. So alrighty legends, so that repair is sorted. Not the prettiest thing to look at, but it should work. So I think what we ought to do is go and key on, kick this thing in the guts and see if see if we got any oil leak, see if we got any fuel leaks. So just to satisfy everyone in the comments, yep, she's a neutral. Well, we better have a look before we kick her in the guts though. There's a couple of key cycles. You see anything? No fuel on the ground, got to be good. Alright. Contact. I'd say that's a win, boys. So, alright, we might shut her off. Or I'll let it run for a little bit just to double check that we have fixed it. I'm pretty confident we have. And then yeah, after I'm satisfied, I'll shut it down and we'll do a bit of a once-over race. Alright legends, well I'm going to call that a win. I don't see any fuel leaking out. There's nothing around, so we'll call that a victory. We'll shut it down and yeah, give it a once-over, right? But before we get into that, a word from our sponsors, eh?
Yeah, Bam and I have a cooler. It's a collab cooler.
You know it.
This thing, we have fence post rusty goats on one side, Bam Bam Fab on the other.
Insert inspiration juice at the top. Bad ideas loading, because that's all we sort of have. We think they're great at the start, but they
After a few of these, everything's great. So these are a pre-order system, so how it works, you guys order it and then we place the order like a bulk order.
Yep.
We put them in boxes and then we send them straight to you guys. That way, everyone gets what they want, no one's missing out, but the trick is you got to get in because we only do it once.
Yep.
So inspiration juice, bad ideas loading coolers are now available. Link will be in the description below.
In the description.
Go grab one, support your boys.
Alrighty, so I think everything looks pretty good under here. We did the panhard rod on this thing a little while ago. You can see Cody's remade the exhaust. He had a bit of clearance issue happening, so that's been remade. You can still see the we'll call it the adaption that I made there. It's got the Toyota Slave, yeah, operating his Nissan gearbox. Not quite accurate, but it hasn't fallen off yet, so we'll call that a win. Got some V-bands happening. Drive shaft is in. I think it actually only had a front drive shaft for a fair while. There's the rear shaft. Let's have a look back here. Yep, got the handbrake on now, which is good. Yeah, nothing seems to be falling off yet, which is good. She might need a bit of a Dulux rebuild under here, bit of a rebuild in the can maybe, but that's about it. Shocky rubber's revving alright. Let's go down here. What do we got? Let's have a look around here. Rear panhard's alright. Like I say, Shocky's there. We bled the brakes on this thing last time too. Does smell a bit fuely down the back here, so I might investigate that. But it's definitely repaired up the front. There's his load valve there. Yeah, you can definitely smell fuel down here, so I might investigate that for him, and then yeah, might even sneak it out for a test drive. Just don't tell him, mate. Alrighty, well, I found his problem. I don't know exactly what's wrong with it, but if you can see up in there, see that wet, if I can get this torch right, if you see that wet area there around that crimp in that tank, I've got a feeling that the tank's actually leaking where the two halves are joined together. It stinks in there, like right at that spot, nowhere else but there. So the tank's gonna have to come out of this thing, but I think it's probably best if he lines up another tank, look a good second handy, before we go ripping this thing apart, because yeah, I ain't welding on it. Yeah, gonna give him a little bit of bad news on that one, but at least, yeah, we fixed the return line issue, so, and found that one. So we'll have a look for a tank. In the meantime, we're just gonna have to put up with a little bit of stinky fuel smell for now, but I think we're gonna take this thing for a strap, eh? What do you reckon? We'll go and give it a test drive before we hand the big girl back, eh? Yeah, righto. Talk to me in it. Let's do it. Yeah, just before I forget, I'll have to put service sticker on it, mate, since she's been in the workshop. So about, yeah, that'll do it. There we go. All right, right next to the Bam Bam bar. He's gonna hate that. Right next to the Bam Bam bar, Bam Bam service sticker, mate. Good to go, eh? So let's put the EMU wing down and let's send this thing, eh? Alrighty, legends. Well, we're on the road. I can definitely smell that fuel. A lot of fuel vapor coming into the cab here. Like I said, I could definitely see that tank. That tank's no good. And if anyone knows anything about smells at the back of cars, like exhaust and all that, if it's not sealed off, it just rolls. It wafts forward like it. Yeah, the wind, the turbulence at the back actually brings it forward. So yeah, definitely still got that issue, but I can't fix it today without a tank. So gonna have to get onto him and get a tank, and we might do another video on it. Yeah, slotting the tank in and doing a few other little bits to it. So, but as far as that fuel leak's concerned, yeah, it's all sorted out. Like I said, it's all sorted now. He'll be happy with it. And tomorrow we're gonna take it on another video on Cody's channel. Gonna go revive another rig, hopefully. Hopefully it gets running and driving, so he'll be stoked that we can take Shorty. So I might even, let's see what's down here. We might even see if we can. Alrighty, legends, that's gonna do it. I just thought I'd take it for a bit of an excursion off bush there, so that'll button up this video. Cody's gonna be stoked. We can use Shorty tomorrow in the revival video. All's good again in the world, so do us a favour. If you like what you've seen, hit like, share with your mates, subscribe if you haven't already, leave us a comment, and I'll catch you on the next one.